Homework. Should we assign it or should we not? Say yes to homework or say no? Quite the controversial topic, and I would love to share with you my unpopular opinion. If you're new around here, my name is Kathy Martin, and I help 6th, 7th, 8th grade and Algebra 1 math teachers experience more aha moments in the classroom while saving time and a ton of money on their lesson planning and resources. So this is one of the biggest questions that I see many middle school math teachers asking is whether or not we should assign homework in the classroom. My personal opinion, which may or may not be controversial, is a huge yes. Now, why do I feel like it is a resounding yes? Well, I have 3 reasons for you. Stick around because I'm going to dive into why I really believe the importance of homework. So number 1, I really believe that students need to practice. Some would argue that if a student doesn't know how to complete the work, it's a waste of time if they practice the homework all wrong. Totally hear that, and I completely agree. But this is why I'm a proponent of students starting homework in class, which gives you the opportunity to check the pulse of your students to see whether or not students need more help or they're on the right track, or it gives you a quick minute to, again, just gives you a pulse on where your students are at. Number 2, you can assign homework that is actually meaningful and doesn't include 50 problems a night, okay? So if you're anything like me and you might teach a new concept like every day in class or like every few days, and the homework you might want to reflect what you are teaching that day or whatever new concept that you're going through or going over the last few days, right? So you can assign homework in a way that does not mean you're giving your students textbook question numbers 1 through 45. I don't believe that that is meaningful homework at all, okay? Pick and choose the homework problems that you want that's going to review for your students, challenge them, and also just make sure that they are fully understanding the concepts. And number 3, you as a teacher need the feedback. Now, I know a lot of teachers will argue homework takes so long to correct. It takes so long to grade. It's like a time waster. It doesn't have to be like that. You can decide. So let's just say you assign 10 problems for homework. Decide the 3 problems that you're going to look at, glance over these questions from a handful of students, and that you'll get instant feedback on whether or not those questions that you've selected to look at is going to be that information is going to give you what you need to know whether the kids understand it and you're ready to move on, or if you have to go back and review. Now, you have to strategically pick these questions, right? So if you're doing, for example, I'm going to make it real basic here. If you are doing integers, right, and you're learning, and the kids are learning how to add and subtract integers, right, you might want to pick a problem that includes adding and a problem that includes subtracting, and maybe one that might be a little bit trickier where maybe the kids had to I don't know, just I'm giving you this example off the cuff here. So it's maybe one that's a little bit trickier that they had to really read and understand the steps, right? You know what I'm saying? It's you can't just pick questions 1 through 3 because that might not give you enough information. So you have to strategically pick, okay, question number 4 on the homework was going to tell me this. Question number 8 on the homework is going to give me information about this. And question number 10 on the problem is going to give me information about this. And if all 3 of those questions, if kids are getting all 3 of those questions, I know that the rest of the homework is probably going to be okay. And, if they do make mistakes on some of the rest of the homework, that's probably just going to be simple, careless errors versus understanding the concept itself. This is why I really believe in the power of homework because, again, students need to review. Homework can be meaningful and it gives you really powerful feedback instead of getting feedback from a test, or it's just another way to give you like a easy assessing. It allows you to easily assess without giving a full-on test, right? And we need more of those situations where we can easily, quickly assess students in a way that gives us instant feedback and we know exactly where we can navigate the rest of our teaching. So let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to know your opinion.